or the people that you interview, are all of them these master hackers, or do a lot of them just get into systems because they poorly secured and it's just dumb?
Oh yeah, a lot of them, and I'll call them out too when they say, I just found the password written on a post-it or something. I'd be like, you're not even a hacker, you're not even a script kiddie, you're like you're ridiculous. And he's like, yeah, I know, but it worked. It shouldn't have worked, but it worked. And they can laugh about it too, about how stupid it is that some of the stuff they've done, as far as how easy it was for it to happen. I mean, one of the stories I covered was when some hackers got into Trump's Twitter, and they found that his password on Twitter was "you're fired," and they couldn't believe that they guessed that. And it worked. Like, it was just ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, sometimes really stupid things just show up and somebody's there and finds it, and it's definitely not always sophisticated.
It's amazing. I mean, I think a lot of us like to look at the cool, crazy, techie stuff, but that's not always the reality.
Me all the time. Can you help me hack into my friend, someone's Instagram or Facebook or something? And they have this belief that there's some tool out there or some person who can do this sort of thing, but really, like, when people want to do this, they're gonna steal a phone. They're just gonna grab it and run, or steal a computer. Like, that's the easiest way. It's just, look, if you know this person, just steal their phone. Why are you asking me? So there's low-tech ways to do this sort of thing that is much more effective. But there's not like this magic thing out there.
That's really cool. I mean, how many episodes have you uploaded?
I think 117 now.
And are there any big takeaways of doing over 100 episodes? Like, any advice just for a normal person of how to better secure themselves?
I think a lot of these things are, going after the low-hanging fruit sort of thing. And I mean, you've got different kinds of attacks. You've got people who are just kind of spray and pray, going for anything that's open, and you don't want to be that sort of one. You want to make it difficult. I feel like I learned about this once, where there's like this pyramid of pain, where you want to make it more difficult for the hackers to get into your network. You're never going to make it impossible, but you want to make it more difficult, so they have to use more resources and more time and more energy. And you just want to do that. So yeah, I mean, you've got these three kinds of attackers. You've got the spray and pray kind of ones. You've got the ones who are targeting you specifically, and then you've got kind of the APT threat actors, where they have a lot of resources and time. And so you wanna just make it as difficult as you can for these ones. And so having just doing your due diligence and securing things is going to make it being more secure than the other person, I think, is what I'm trying to say. It's not always the most secure, but it's like if my stuff is harder to find than your stuff, they're going to go after your stuff instead of mine.
I think it's great advice. I mean, I think the problem is a lot of people think it's never going to happen to them, and they get lax in their security, and then setting bad passwords, stuff like that, and then it does happen. Jack, I really want to thank you, for sharing about, your journey. It's great to hear, how you went from CCNA to doing what you're doing now. Do you have any advice for someone younger who's looking to emulate what you're doing? As I said, you walk this road. What's your advice? Do you have any final thoughts?
I think go after the thing that fascinates you the most. People tell me that they can hear my excitement in the show, and I think that means a lot. But it's also fun for me, to dive into these stories that I find fascinating and to get into the tech I like. And so if you just are fascinated and excited and curious about the stuff that you're getting into, hopefully you can find some sort of career in that, and that can keep you entertained for quite a long time.
Jack, thanks so much. Really appreciate you sharing.
Thanks a lot, David.
Under attack. My spotter guides me.
These are true stories from the dark side of the internet. I'm Jack Reside.
Enemy's bottom tower.
This is Darknet Diary.